Hi Gemini, welcome to Let Intuition Tarot. My name is Kay, and I'm going to be doing a weekly reading for you guys. This channel is fairly new. I tried to kind of start it up about a year ago, and some things interfered, so we're on hiatus for a while, and I'm just starting it back up, so I'd appreciate, of course, any support. Likes, subscriptions, comments, whatever you would like to contribute to help the channel grow. I'm going to be changing things up, so once a week you will get a general weekly reading. Tonight I'm going to use a Celtic Cross format, but that will change from week to week, so it'll always be a little bit different. My schedule is listed below in the description box, and that's a tentative schedule. It's going to change up as I see how things go and what the viewers like, and I'm always open to receiving feedback. And down there below as well in the description box is a list of the decks I use, instructions for donating to the channel if you would like, and a link to my website where you can book a personal reading with me. So if you want to check that out, that would be great. And we've got one more shuffle, and we'll go ahead and lay out your cards, Gemini. I'm using, oops, got stuck there for a second, the Phantom Muerte deck for your general reading. Okay, so let's see what we got. I'll lay all the cards out first. I'll show them to you and tell you what they are, and when they're all laid down, I'll go ahead and read them. So we've got the King of Swords for overall energy. I see that as being your energy, Gemini, or possibly Aquarius. Also there is Libra, but I usually see the cardinal sign of an element as being the Queen. That can vary though, and it doesn't have to indicate any particular sign. Just an energy which will be described shortly. Thank you, Spirit. Please show me the obstacle or challenge for Gemini this week. Okay, so we've got the Nine of Wands. Beautiful artwork on these cards in this deck. Although with the glare, I'm not sure how well you can see it. Okay, so the Nine of Wands is Sagittarius energy. Alright, please show me the goal. The highest the goal or highest possible outcome for Gemini this week. Okay. Three of Cups, Cancerian energy at the top, at the crown. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, that one flipped over right away. Below we have the Seven of Cups, Scorpio energy. Oops, got one that fell on the floor, but I don't take those. I'm just going to put it back. Sometimes I glance at them for context, but I won't put it in the actual reading. Please show me what's behind Gemini. Okay, but flipped over on the deck here, we've got the Sun. Major Arcana for Leo. Sorry, I'm trying to look and see. Hi Gemini. Okay. Anyhow, I'm sorry, you guys. I will get better and kind of using some trial and error, figuring out which things work best for the videos on the channel. So I'll be using different angles and maybe, upgrading my webcam, that type of thing, in the near future. Speaking of the near future, the card that we have received is Temperance, Major Arcana for Sagittarius energy. Thank you, Spirit. Please show me Gemini's outlook or approach this week. Gemini's approach or outlook. Well, that one's kind of awkward, but we got one. Page of Pentacles, Earth energy, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Kind of like that. I have 2 Gemini placements in my chart, and I always appreciate the fact that, we're so open to learning new things and sort of being a student of life. But that's just a little side note. In your house or environment, we have the Empress, major arcana for Libra and Taurus energy. Show me hopes and fears for Gemini. Thank you, Spirit. Please show me hopes and fears for Gemini this upcoming week. Oops. Uh-oh. Okay, I don't take those that fall. The devil jumped out. Let's see if he comes back out. No. I thought it was at first because it's another really red card, but it's the Two of Wands. Aries energy for hopes and fears. And show me final outcome next few weeks for Gemini. Okay. And so for final outcome, we have the Page of Wands. Sitting on his little swing there. That's fire energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I'll go ahead and proceed to interpret the cards, and then at the end I'll pull 3 cards at the bottom of the deck for what you don't see coming or might want to know. Okay. Gemini for an overall energy with the King of Swords. Crossed by the challenge or obstacle of the Nine of Wands. You are standing in a position of your own power, having discovered some truths, gotten some clarity in some things. You're coming from a place of rationality where you are using that Mercurial Gemini power of making the head over heart decisions and operating from a rational place. However, you may have been kind of almost pushed or feeling that way into that kind of stance from circumstances that you've encountered that may have left you feeling sort of, tired of defending yourself or tired of the battle. The King of Swords, is a warrior, so you're still equipped, but it's kind of like the challenges, you might be toward the end of your endurance or your resilience in a particular issue, just to be looking out for that. If you start to feel like your energy's lagging, or the wounded warrior, he or she is wounded but still a warrior, and so is the King of Swords. Now, with the Three of Cups being your goal or highest possible outcome, we see an opening up of although you're operating from that headspace in a lot of your interactions, you want to aim for maybe a little bit more of a emotional connection, or even if it doesn't have to be terribly deep, because it's not the Two of Cups, it's the Three. So socializing more, just opening up to people a little bit, smiling at them every once in a while, and not being too guarded. The Three of Cups can be interpreted in lots of different ways. It can be a reconciliation card. It can be going out and having a good time, having a few drinks with friends, going to a party, that type of thing. I'm kind of picking up, though, even though it's in a gold position, just intuitively that this is implying sort of like almost a superficial, although that's a negative word, but type of lightness. So, coming from that wounded warrior and suited up, geared and ready to go for your last battle kind of energy, it's saying, try to take a step back maybe and look at things from a little bit of a lighter side and try to open up to the playful social side of your nature, which of course all Geminis do have to some degree anyway, but yeah. Okay, moving on. So below, in the subconscious, what you may be operating from without really meaning to, or energy that you have at your disposal to use, or that's operating right now, we have the Seven of Cups. You may be sort of vacillating between different choices or options. There may be some confusion as as far as determining what you really want at this time. For the recent past with the Sun, there was an idyllic period where there was joy, clarity, happiness. I'm not seeing that as meaning that it's necessarily over per se, but taking into account, jumping into the near future card being Temperance. I'm seeing it as, perhaps in the past you just saw everything as being lovely and wonderful, and maybe with rose-tinted glasses, and it could have genuinely been that way in some aspects, but sometimes the greatest highs are met on the other end with the greatest of lows. And I'm not trying to be a philosopher here, but I'm only mentioning that because Temperance in your near future is saying that you're going to be finding some kind of balance, alchemizing maybe some of those emotions so that things come into a nice stable play, the middle way. I like that, Gemini. For your outlook or approach, with the Page of Pentacles, you're trying to kind of be practical about taking care of day-to-day matters, making sure that you're still learning the things that you are interested in or that are contributing to your growth. So, you're approaching it as sort of like a novice, whatever the situation or circumstances around you might be. Someone who goes in with something valuable to contribute, but who's also willing to accept guidance or information from others. Now, in your house, so not your energy, but that of people, places, events surrounding you. With the Empress, it's a feminine energy, obviously, but what it's really pointing to here, I'm being really drawn to the beautiful colors and luxuriousness of the Empress here. Someone very abundant could represent a female partner or someone operating from their feminine side as a partner, a mother figure. It also talks about growth, nurturing, expansion, abundance. That may be sort of like what someone else is experiencing that's close to you or in your energy. Could also be something that's there waiting and available for you. Take that as it resonates. Hopes and fears with the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is about making a choice, and it's like a definite choice. You're not wavering anymore. You've reached the point where you've decided, and now you're going to take action. So, as a fear, often it can seem like we're missing out on opportunities when we decide on something for sure. And with that Seven of Cups in the below position, with you having all these possibilities at play, you could fear, the fear of missing out, FOMO or whatever. Whereas the hope would be that, you make the right choice and you're able to execute the steps necessary to see it through. With the Page of Wands as your final outcome. So, more page energy, it's very youthful. It can talk about children, but if that doesn't resonate or apply at all, it's, the Page of Wands is very exploratory. He's a messenger, and he connects people and ideas. It starts with a spark of creativity and an openness to new experience. So, and that's also a very kind of Gemini mindset, just being open-minded and willing to explore different opportunities that are available. So perhaps, once you've made this choice or if you already have, although I see that in hopes and fears, and below you're still maybe wavering between some options. It'll be like maybe a small brand new beginning. You know, it's not an ace or anything, but pages are a new, fresh energy of, you know, exploring something that maybe excites you or sparks your creativity or passion. So to tie up the reading, Gemini, I'm going to go ahead and pull the 3 cards at the bottom of the deck for what you don't see coming. I almost said we, but although I have a Gemini moon and Mars, I'm not a Gemini. So we have the 2 of Pentacles, Capricorn energy, followed by the Ace of Swords. Ooh, I like that card. Air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and the Emperor. Major Arcana for Aries energy. So for those of you who might be interested in a romantic aspect for the week, which there hasn't been a very heavy overtone of, there, you know, the Empress and the Emperor showing up in a reading can be significant. Take that as it resonates. You know, there's lots of different ways that you could kind of see that as part of this reading. You know, just from one example, a story I'm picking up is, you know, there could be someone important to you, like a niece or you know, a widowed mother or aunt of yours or something of that nature, that's going to unite with their counterpart. But as this applies to you specifically, so with the Page of Pentacles, that's more of that kind of wavering energy. However, if you are having some fear about making that choice, as shown in, you know, this position over here with the 2 of Wands, the Ace of Swords comes, you know, slicing through. And it's about clarity and truth, new beginnings, you know, based on truth. And followed by the Emperor, it's going to put you in a position, Gemini, where the wavering has stopped. You're resolute. You're in your power. You know, the Emperor, obviously, it can be your energy, whether you're a male or female. And the majority of tarot readers, I believe, tend to be female. Even in that case, when we sometimes find ourselves, you know, alone, or having many options and not being in any particular connection, we often have to awaken and depend on our own, you know, the aspect of energy that's opposite from our normal operating point. So, you know, if you consider yourself to be a feminine energy, sometimes you'll still have to reach deep inside of yourself and balance that out with the masculine energy within you. And, you know, that ties back into the Temperance too for near future. So kind of wavering a little bit, trying to maybe juggle or balance a couple of things. You know, the 7 options or whatever represented down here might narrow down to just a couple, and then, you know, there's like a ray of clarity or truth coming through, more reliable and more concrete, you know, than the Sun we saw back here. Although the Sun's major arcana, like I said, I saw it as being perhaps your perspective of things and not their reality. So finally, with that truth slicing through, you step into a position where you're more in control and consciously plotting out your next steps and perhaps even an end goal. So I appreciate your time and attention tonight, Gemini. You guys are awesome. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, check out the description box below for more information, and I will see you guys again soon.